Hey, Sven here. Maybe you know the feeling. You found a cool video, for example, a long interview on YouTube, and you'd like to listen to it, but it's kind of annoying to have to stare at the screen for 2 hours just to watch two people talking, especially when all you really care about is the text and the content. And who knows, maybe you've also had the idea it's an English video, but you'd actually like to have the interview translated into German or something like that. And I think you can implement ideas like that really well with this next scenario. Here I extract the transcript of a video, I convert it into whatever podcast format I want, and then, for example, I can listen to this MP3 in the car on my way to work. And maybe this will inspire you to handle videos like this in a similar way and help you better acquire the knowledge you want to learn. I'm Sven, I'm an entrepreneur. I've been involved with process optimization and quality for over 33 years, not just in business, but in all areas of life. And much of what I can do today, I learned through experience, through trial and error, and I know what really works. In my videos, I want to show you how you can save time and money for your business with intelligent process automation and how it all works. If you don't know how to get started, just book a free call with me. You'll find the link for that below in the description of this video. So let's get started. What am I doing here? I've set the whole thing up again using a Trello board. I already used this recently in another context. And so what happens is when a new card is added, which is then a YouTube link, this scenario is triggered. Then I saw that Apify now has a YouTube module, and I can use this YouTube module exactly for that purpose. So I enter the URL here, then specify how many videos, and down here I can set download subtitles and thus get the transcript of the video. And what's important here is that it's in SRT format. We'll take a look at what that looks like with a concrete example later. Then I need to convert this SRT format into a regular transcript, and for that I used Claude here and wrote the prompt like this. You will receive the transcript in SRT format. You remove the line numbers and timestamps. As I said, we'll take a look at what it looks like later. Then you keep all the text, but convert it into a well-flowing continuous text, and you only reply with this text. And then comes the step where you can decide for yourself, what do I want to do with it now? For example, you could translate it into another language, shorten it, change the style, and much more. In this case, I made it easy for myself and said, well, you're a podcast editor, you receive this transcript, you rewrite it so that it works as a podcast script, and it should only be 2 minutes long. And of course, the clear question here is, how do you want it to be? And then also, what should the style be like? And a few more instructions that might be relevant for you if you want to create something similar. Yes, and this result I then convert into an MP3, and this time not with 11 apps as I usually do, but here I use GPT-4o's TTS, that is text to audio, and I also give an instruction here, choose one of the available voices. Give the file a name, the format is MP3, and I also sped it up a bit. I find that one is really too slow. Personally, I would even make it a bit faster. Then the MP3 comes out at the end, I save it to my drive, and then I send myself the link via email. Yes, that's basically the whole scenario. And now let's just take a look at it. I'll go to our YouTube channel here, and for example, select this video here and click share. And then I have this YouTube link. And now I go into this Trello board and add the link to this column called YouTube Scraper. I'm going to leave out the playlist here, which is always included when you share like this. And if I now click on add card here, then on the one hand it will be shown here in the preview, and on the other hand the webhook has actually already been triggered. That's why we're now going back to our scenario. And if I started manually here, normally I would just leave it enabled here by default. If I started manually here, it tells me, attention, there is already data in the queue, and that's exactly the data from the video I just added. And that's why I now click on use existing data here. The YouTube The YouTube link is read out from the card here, and using this Apify module, the transcript is now being extracted. And what this transcript looks like, we'll take a look at in just a moment, as soon as it's finished running. This is the aforementioned SRT format, which contains a running number and timestamps. We can see that here under subtitles, that's where we find it. SRT. So, and now you can see it here. Yes, that's number 1, 2, 3, and so on. And then you always see these timestamps here from and to with all of this text. And of course, that's not so great. So we'll have it converted. That takes a while here in Claude. So let's pause for a moment. Now it's finished running. So let's take a look at the result here in text response. And now you see we've got a continuous block of text here. And of course, you can also do various conversions and clean up tasks here. Well, and then from this conversion, we created a podcast text because, as I mentioned, I only wanted a 2-minute text. You see, it's now visible here on one screen page, 5 sections. And this text I then passed on here to JGBT. You can see here there's the audio, the output file name, and here we have the data. And this data can then be mapped directly here via the drive module and uploaded to our directory. And then we also received the email, but we'll skip looking at that now. We'll go directly to this directory. I've already opened it here, and now we see AI images in 4K resolution. Double click, and then let's see what the result is.
Black Forest Labs has just released a new version of their AI image generation, Flux Ultra Raw. This new technology offers up to 4 megapixels of resolution for just 6 cents per image.
Okay, so it worked. Cool thing. And now you can take this idea, as I mentioned at the beginning, to maybe develop your own scenarios, especially with this get transcript from Apify. That's really a pretty cool thing, because now you can process any video further in some. I wish you lots of fun with it, and we'll see each other again next time. Bye.